Hey everyone, just doing a quick check-in based on your self-assessments from Friday on compound subjects and predicates. And there were a couple of trends I noticed for misconceptions on a couple of things that I wanted to check in with you guys on. If you take a quick look at number one for your self-assessment, it asks you how a compound subject is different from a regular subject and how a compound predicate is different from a regular predicate. And the key for this one really is that a compound subject is going to have multiple nouns. That's the nature of a compound subject. That does not mean, and this is the big misconception, that does not mean that you have multiple subjects. If you have a compound subject, it is still one subject. You just have multiple nouns in that subject. And it's the same thing if you have a compound predicate. You're looking at multiple verbs in that predicate. You are not looking at multiple predicates. So keep that in mind that a compound subject is just one subject and a compound predicate is just one predicate. Also, you can have unlimited nouns in that subject. That's the nature of number two here. And you can have unlimited verbs in the predicate. They just become compound once you go to two or beyond that. The next major hangup I noticed you guys had was in number three. We were talking about the flow of subjects and predicates in simple and compound sentences. And for the most part, you guys got the first part right, which is in a simple sentence, even if you have a compound subject, like Andrew and Billy, that's just the one subject. And even though you had a compound predicate, like run fast and jump high, that was just a single predicate. You guys were typically pretty good to go on that one. But keep in mind that just because it was a compound subject, it wasn't subject, subject. A lot of you guys did do subject, subject for that one. It's just one subject, Andrew and Billy. And that same logic applies to compound sentences when we get to like the next one, Andrew runs fast and Billy jumps high. The subject of our first part is Andrew, so hence one subject. And then we have just the one predicate for Andrew, he's running fast, so there's another predicate. But since the sentence isn't over, we're going to go on to our next subject, Billy, and then Billy's also going to have a predicate, jumps high. Subject, predicate, subject, predicate. And again, the majority of you got that part right, but then I would say the majority of you then struggled with the next part, which is where we're trying to figure out how it flows for a compound subject or compound sentence that happens to have a compound subject or predicate. Just because we have a compound subject does not mean this is subject-subject. Andrew and Jamie here create a single subject. It just happens to be compound subject. So this one should also be subject, predicate, regardless of how many verbs we have in predicates, regardless of how many nouns we have in verbs. So just kind of keep that in mind. Simple sentences are always subject, predicate, no matter what the compound subject and predicate situation is. And compound sentences are always subject, predicate, regardless of how many nouns you have in the subjects or how many verbs you have in the predicates. Okay, that was the primary kind of goof up that we had here. Check in with your group mates on the rest of these to make sure that you have them right. I'm going to post this key, more or less, to your self-assessment in Schoology for Tuesday. All right, best wishes, guys. I'll check in with you on Friday.